Hi, Brother Todd. I have a question for you.
I'd be happy to help answer your question.
Well, I was wondering about the story of Adam and Eve.
What a coincidence. I was just doing research for an upcoming talk on that subject. What would you like to know?
God made Adam perfect, right?
Yes, the Bible says that Adam was created in the image of God himself.
So if Adam had not yet eaten the forbidden fruit, he would not understand the difference between good and evil. If that was the case, then how would he know it was a sin to disobey God?
Well, God warned Adam against eating the forbidden fruit of that particular tree, for he would die. Eve, however, was genuinely deceived by the serpent when it told her, "You positively will not die." Though Adam knew better, he chose to eat the fruit offered to him by his wife, Eve.
Since it was the serpent who deceived Eve, should not the deceiver be punished, rather than those he misled?
Their rebellion against God's direction represented Satan's challenge that man did not need God's guidance. But they themselves undermined God's authority despite Jehovah's warnings.
Though Adam may have been forewarned, neither he nor Eve had the capacity to comprehend good and evil without God's direct intervention. When subjected to Satan's dishonesty, Eve had not yet been mentally equipped to recognize the deception. And when presented with the tempting forbidden knowledge of good and evil, how would Adam tackle the moral dilemma with no prior knowledge of said good and evil? This catch-22 illustrates that it was innocence, rather than arrogance, that led to their downfall. So how could God punish them for committing a sin out of pure naivety?
You are confusing yourself with twisted reasoning. We need to remember that Jehovah's God's divine wisdom is so much higher than our own, that we cannot understand his judgment.
I understand that Jehovah is a God of justice and loving kindness, but how could he hold the descendants of Adam accountable? Why would God curse the successive generations of mankind, numbering in the billions, for their parents' mistake?
God does not curse humans. We as imperfect sinners brought it upon ourselves. Because we inherit sin from Adam and Eve, we all mistakes, and therefore we suffer the consequences of our own bad actions. The scriptures say that the wages sin pays is death.
So if a child inherits a deadly genetic disease from his parents, you think he deserves to die of his hereditary condition because he brought it upon himself?
Well, no. That's a different situation.
I used your example of inheriting sin genetically. How is the situation different?
Because God offers a solution of everlasting life on a paradise earth. The truth will set us free from all of the sin and suffering in the world.
You mean the suffering that could have been avoided if God had not put the forbidden tree in the Garden of Eden in the first place?
Stop thinking so much and get back in the kitchen, woman.